Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we are discussing the full moon in Sagittarius, which is happening on June 17th, 2019. And before I turned on the camera, I spent a little time in your energy, and what I saw was you standing on a cliff, and it was like, like maybe in the 1500s or before that. Your cloak was blowing in the breeze, and you were watching ships. And I think they were coming in, not going out. But I think you were trying to decide if they were your good ships, if they were positive, or were the enemy ships coming in. So I don't know. Let's just get into the cards and see what we get. I really, there was doubt. There was this feeling of doubt, like, I'm not sure. What is that? So let's just see what we get here. Ooh, nice. Okay. I had originally only intended to take like 2 cards, but that's not how it's working out today. So let's see what Spirit has to say. They might be your ships coming in. I feel like it's ships of opportunity. That's good news. But I think you're prepared in case that's not the case. But what we have here is the Fool. This is stepping off that cliff. This is you taking a leap of faith into an unknown situation. It's coupled with the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. And so I feel like it's moving. Okay, so there would be moving from the 8 of Swords being stuck energy, taking a step off, and then the 8 of Wands, which is action forward. I feel like you're being called to take a leap of faith from a situation in which you've been stuck for a while. And I think that there's going to be some bravery. It's like you're going to have to almost attack the situation, but there you are. You're showing up in your own reading because there you are, the Knight of Swords. So this is moving forward with energy. I actually want to put this here because the Page of Pentacles came out first, and this is looking at that opportunity for transformation. And so I almost feel like it's like moving out of this 8 of Swords energy, being the Fool, stepping off the cliff, taking this chance, shooting yourself forward with this energy of this King of Swords. Like, I'm charging in there, I'm going to get it done because there's an opportunity that you want. And so that's nice. That's really nice. It's like moving forward to get the opportunity. It's releasing yourself from a situation that's been holding you back. So that's what I think this full moon is going to do for you. You're going to set yourself free to take up an opportunity that I feel like you've been looking at for a long time because it's very big, right? That's a very big pentacle. I've been looking at this for a long time, and it's grown and it's grown and it's grown, and now I've decided it's time to harvest. I'm going to shoot forward. I'm going to use my sword to cut it free and head off in that direction. So, all right, so I'm doing the 9-card spread that I really like. I want you to not consider gender. It says the thinking man, but because this is a general reading, I want you to think of that as energy. So this is thinking about what actions to take. When it's the thinking woman, that would be receiving information. There it is. There's the thinking woman and the world. Alright, this is nice. The bottom of the deck, the underlying thing is the temple path. This is about heading off in the direction that you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. This is finding the right path, the one that leads to your soul purpose, the connections you came here to make. So at the center, this is so interesting to me because I just was telling you that the thinking man is like the yang energy of action, the yin energy of reception is the female thinking woman, and here at the center you have the yin yang. So I feel like right now you're trying very hard to be balanced. You're receiving information and trying to decide what to do. And I don't know, I feel like you should be moving forward, and maybe that Eight of Swords came out with this Eight of Wands together because you can't decide what to do. Because indecision ends up being what happens in the future. So, oh, I forgot to explain this. This is past, present, future, present being at the time of the full moon, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing, or the actions being taken. And in this case, let's talk about the past a little bit for a second. You were at the center, you were feeling this caring connection. So this feels like this is about a relationship. This does not mean that you're indecisive about what to do with your relationship. It could be you're indecisive about what to do with regards to a matter that affects your relationship. So it could be, do I take a job? Do I not take a job? Should we move across the country? Should we stay here? Should we have children? Should we not? Because there's this whole thinking and trying to stay balanced and trying to figure this out. And you're thinking about your contract. So this could be a contract with a job or a company. It could be a contract of marriage. But you have felt deceived. Like there's deception. This is in the action. So this isn't your imagination. You aren't thinking about being deceived. You aren't feeling that you were deceived. You were either deceptive or somebody else was deceptive, or both. But there is deception in regards to this contract that's affecting this relationship. So maybe you took a job and you thought it was going to be, you know, good health care, blah, 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 blah. And then somebody got hurt and you found out that it doesn't cover it. And now you're going to have to maybe take another job. It's like trying to decide what to do. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? And I don't know that this full moon actually gives you the information you need, because you end up here in decision. You're still indecisive, but I'm afraid because we have the World card, a decision gets made maybe for you. That maybe you took too long to decide and decisions were made and you didn't really get to decide. Like swiftly someone comes in and says nope and pushes you off the cliff. I want to look at this Fool card a little bit more and see if I can get... Okay, so this Fool's different. There is no cliff. He's on... What is he on? He's on a... He has 3 legs. This Fool has 3 legs. Look at this. He's balancing on one leg and the other 2 are standing up in the air, and it's like he's trying to decide which foot to put down. This Fool is about taking a step, but the question is which step? You have moonlight on one side and daylight on the other. Which way do I go? But this Knight of Swords says that action is going to happen, and it's going to happen quickly. And the Knight of Swords energy is, what is this? Like May 20th to the solstice. So it's the time of now. I feel like this full moon, and this pentacle definitely has a very full moon in it. I feel like a decision is, something's going to happen. The World card is the end. So I think that shortly after the full moon, the decision gets made. And even though it looks like you're still indecisive, I think situations are going to shift around to help you, to gently guide you onto your temple path. Because maybe you've been standing there looking at it going, I don't know, should I stay here? Should I go? What do I do? And I think you get a nudge from the universe. Yeah, the goddess of the moon. This is using your intuition. This is really using your intuition. And so I think that whatever happens, you're going to know in your heart that it was the right thing, even if you couldn't make the decision. Circumstances feel like they are going to make the decision for you. There has definitely been deception. This contract here also is about staying balanced. I can see you've been working really hard to maintain balance in this situation. You're still balancing. I really dislike this as the outcome card. A decision needs to be made. And so I'm going to turn this one upside down. And now it becomes decision. You need to make a decision. Don't let other people decide your fate. Be proactive. So here you're thinking about what you should do, but over here you're like being receptive to what other things are, information that's coming in. That's not making a decision. And I really want to encourage you to choose your own path in life, not have it chosen for you. But that's okay, because there is no wrong answer here, to be very honest. Because with this as the underlying card, this temple path here as the underlying card, what that says to me is the hand of fate will step in and help you and guide you. So you'll be on the temple path, one way or the other. Strength. The challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in the situation. Yeah. The universe is going to nudge you and push you into the right direction. The universe is going to put you onto the right path. They're not going to let you stay in this indecisive mood for much longer. You are going to be... I want to say gently pushed, but I don't believe it's going to feel that gentle. Because we have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is like riding in with his sword, slashing things, taking care of business. And the fact that that they're calling it a challenge and that you're going to require strength doesn't feel like it's going to be super easy. It seems like it's going to be super important. And that in the end, it will be so worth it. But I think it's going to take you a little while to look at it that way. Nothing is set in stone yet. No kidding. You still have time to make a decision. You still have time to guide this process. You still have the opportunity. It's still there. It's still available to you. But a conclusion is going to be reached. A conclusion is going to be reached. Which conclusion? I don't know. Okay, trust that there is a divine plan. And clear the past and heal the present. Rejuvenating rain. Those are the action steps to take. It's going to be trusting and clearing the past to heal the present. So if there's a conversation that needs to be had, because there's a lot of thinking here and a lot of trying to stay balanced, but there's nothing really that says we need to talk. There's this Knight of Swords, which is pretty violent conversation, like arguments or cutting you off of this or whatever conversation, but I don't see heart-to-heart conversation. There are no cups cards here that says that the heart's even involved in the situation, but we have this caring connection here. All I see is lots of thoughts, which Gemini makes sense, actually. You know, you're using your head. It's like the two sides of Gemini, right? This or that, this or that, this or that. Pick a side. Make a decision. You can do this. You have the Strength card here. But this Goddess of the Moon here and this Trust card here really tells me that this is an opportunity. We have the Page of Pentacles who's looking at an opportunity. This is an opportunity that may not, it's not wrapped up in pretty festive party paper. It's coming in a brown paper bag that's been ripped and torn. Doesn't really look like an opportunity, but I think it is. Oh, I hate it when I cut off my head. Let's try that a little more. So, let's get you a crystal to help you, something to focus on that comes with an affirmation. I don't know, have you tried writing the pros and cons list? Sometimes that really helps. When you are a Gemini, journaling, just sit down and start writing what you're thinking. It doesn't even have to be the pros and cons list. Just start writing your thoughts. And that is a great way for Spirit to communicate with you and help you and guide your answers. Journaling. Really, really good for you. So you have rhodendite. My mental and emotional bodies are balanced. I attract nurturing people. Beautiful. And good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions. I am grateful for my blessings. Peridot. Okay, this is pink and green. Those are the colors of the heart chakra. I think you've been thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And now it's time to say, what do I feel? What do I feel? The moon is about working with your emotions. This full moon is happening in your career sector, right? Or is it transformation? Where am I? Oh, in your transformation. Don't know what's transforming. Something major, though, that's been on hold. Your heart space is your intuition. It's your inner guidance. It's how you really kind of access your higher self, is through your heart center. Yes, you can get there through the crown chakra and the third eye. Those take practice. And it's really easy to sit quietly and think, if I did this, how would that make me feel? If I did that, how would it make me feel? And maybe that receptive action of thinking is thinking about, okay, if I did this, how would that make me feel? And if I did that, how would that make me feel? So thinking and feeling together. Nothing's set in stone, and you can still affect the outcome. So I encourage you to figure out what outcome you want. Do I stay or do I go? Do I step this way? Do I step that way? And when you think of it, do I do this? How does it feel? If I do that, do I stay? Do I go? Really spend a little time and journal on it. All right? Whew. This is a powerful full moon opportunity for you. That's what I almost feel like this Page of Pentacles is. This is an opportunity. And it's as big as the moon. It's a big opportunity. And see the butterflies for transformation. It's a big opportunity to transform your life, which it's in your 8th house of transformation. So how do you want to transform your life? It's a big opportunity for you to choose. Because I have a feeling choices can be made for you. And we never really get off the path. Just sometimes we detour. And you will get nudged back onto the path. So maybe you're on a detour and Spirit's like, this way. Or maybe you're like on the path and you're thinking, but that looks interesting. And if you decide to go that way, Spirit's like, okay, we will help you and guide you, and we will help you learn some lessons, and then at some point we will put you back onto the path. There are no right or wrongs. There's only lessons, growth, opportunities, experience. That all becomes wisdom that you carry forward with you. Not only in this lifetime, but in the next, and the next, and the next. And so, you know, there's no judgment. There's just choices. And you look like you're stuck trying to figure out which one. But how long can you stand on one leg? Right? All right, you take care, and we will talk soon. And really feel into your heart space, right? Really feel into your heart space. Ask Saint Raphael, it's Archangel Gabriel. He helps with Gemini a lot with that thinking and that healing. So I would call on them for this decision-making process. All right? You take care. We'll talk soon.